Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. There is this information that has just come out now, and I want to reference what the Star is saying, that police on Wednesday night reportedly raided the former Interior CS Fred Matiangi's home in Nairobi. And according to the media reports, indicated that a team of elite police officers arrived and surrounded his place in Karen in a bid to arrest him over unspecified charges. Raila Odinga's spokesperson Dennis Onyango also saying that, confirming that, I have just listened to a speech by Raila Odinga, who then was called and rushed to that place where that was supposed to go on. He was supposed to be arrested. And I've also listened to a lawyer who reportedly was to represent Matiangi, saying that their client, Matiangi, received orders that he was to be arrested by some police officers. He was supposed to be arrested by EACC team from 2 p.m. and he was expecting that, but then it seems that has taken time, and up to around now 10, the police officers decided to make their way in there. Now, as we talk, the lawyer is saying that Matiangi looking a bit tensed, but he was surrounded by a battery of lawyers that are still asking for the charges, and of course they're also trying to avoid a possibility of him being arrested in the night, because maybe they will not know the whereabouts, where will be taken or what will be going on. However, this is something that is going on. Today is Thursday, and I think there could have been a plan for him to be arrested and spend better part of the weekend in. And what Matiangi was a minister under the served in different dockets for the 10 years that William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta were in government, and was at crossroads was at loggerheads with William Ruto. And I remember the conversation about scaling down of security details of that of Deputy President William Ruto and a host of others. That was the point they really crossed paths with William Ruto by then. Raila Odinga is taking an issue with the night arrest, saying that, of course, even though there is no time for arresting, but why would you rush to arrest, and what exactly was behind it? So I may not comment further in terms of maybe what is being charged of, but I think the move to go and arrest in the night, and this is a moment where they know very well that people are in the house and this news is going to be received. Perhaps I think the intelligence behind going at night was to make sure that maybe during the day there will be mobilization. If you are to take him to a police station or something, it can turn out to be, maybe the population can turn up in their numbers to see what exactly is going on. Now, I have not, what I'm really wondering is, I had not received any, I'm not seeing even in the papers any ongoing investigation against him, even though I'm not saying that there was none that was going on, and it's not a must that it must be in the papers. But it could be because EACC are involved, it's something touching on things that are under EACC is a bit anti-corruption, so it borders something on anti-corruption. And of course, what is the interpretation of this move? I know that for better part of this week, we had been talking about the tax question and the tax evasion issues, where maybe people, or rather Kimani Chungwa wrote a letter to the Treasury asking them to provide those who maybe might have benefited from tax waiver. So the chaos, we've had this chaos, the tax chaos for some time, and I think Kenyans were talking about a possibility that Uhuru Kenyatta is being revisited, and we've had this here and there. But then the decision to arrest Matiangi at this moment, it might serve the objective of the EACC, but there is a lot of interpretation to it. And one thing I am seeing some optics in the fight against corruption. Of course, when you arrest a person the caliber of Matiangi, you're also sending a warning, that I am coming after you. So Ruto would also show the country that is out to fight corruption or is out to make sure that everything is sorted. But then the decision to arrest at night could be a ground to run with the speculative narrative that maybe the criminal justice system is being meted against them. And these are the narratives that will then run. So that's why I feel it will have been a decision that it has the merit itself and they have the premise on it. But the way it is being executed would open a lot of thoughts into this as to whether it's really a bit of revisit or they want to profile. But then, as I have also mentioned, there have been bit of that discussions about people have been saying that you have to go after the powerful people that were around William Ruto, that were around Uhuru Kenyatta. It borders discussions about revenge. Yes, in the manner it is being conducted. Now, Raila Odinga heading to Matiangi's current home where the police are trying to arrest him. Well, it will be a bit of that, a revisit aspect, a revenge mission on course, because Matiangi was against William Ruto for a better part of their tenure in office. Now, the presence of Raila in that case then is telling it all. We have been analyzing that the Raila Odinga needed to be afloat. Fortunately, it's happening at a time when those who are around William or Uhuru Kenyatta have crossed over to the government, and we've also had discussions about how we are going to run things. But with Raila coming out, I think he presents coming out to defend Matiangi. As much as people might look at it as if he's trying now to defend it because of Uhuru Kenyatta, or maybe he's been asked by Uhuru Kenyatta to come in, but then it also shows the fact that he also projects himself as the defender. Let's not lie in this country. What is happening to Matiangi is not something that is new. And is it our deputy president, Radiomaisha, has been crying out that, I was arrested at night under orders and ashamed and here and there. Those stories have been going on. So it is something that I think president needs to be very keen about. The narrative that will really affect is that two things. Number one, President William Ruto and Kenya Kwanza are on record saying we won't use the police to do our politics. We won't use to do our politics. Now, when this is done and the opposition chiefs come over, guns blazing and seeing politics in it, then you have to really think about it, whether this is the way it is going to go. So you tend to say, okay, are we using it? Is it politics, or what exactly is in it? It's something that borders that, and that narrative would actually destroy what would be seen as something that is now going to work out in their interest. Now, I don't know what you make of this, but you can't say a revenge mission. I don't know what you're seeing. We are still trying to follow up, and of course tonight I'll try to sit in the desk so that I'll be giving you maybe just updates on what's going on. Then we shall also look at how we can analyze this so that people, our Kenyans, will get to understand what's playing down. Oh, someone is saying police have surrounded the home, and I think Matiangi is now trending. Current home. Okay. Okay. I'm seeing a bit of vilification on either side, but I can tell you we are going to have a long night, and perhaps we are going to have a long weekend. Now the shoes is on the other side. That is what our democracy is. and I don't know. It's not about the election. Let's say it. It's not about the election, because Matiangi is on record saying, despite of all those rumors that they were going to use the police to affect William Ruto, and so it's something that maybe is not be there. I don't know whether you also buy what other Kenyans are saying, that, Matiangi was an epitome of power, or the symbol of power during raw power during William Ruto's, during Uhuru Kenyatta's tenure. Is it that the shoe's on the other side, or what about it? But in terms of night arrest, it will still be better comment about it if it's there. But I think Kenya Kwanza giving opposition fodder. And when Raila has come out, we are giving the opposition a lot of things to talk about, and some of these dramatic scenes are, according to me, what would be diversionary to some extent. Let's wait and see.